Is dedicated to Rihanna Lagoy, who is up there in the picture, and our students really wanted to do this song for her this evening.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome again. I'd like to reflect the comments from Mrs. Rausa. Thank you very much to the teachers for coming here, for having the impact and the effect that you have on all of our music students. It's great to share expression and the opportunity to actually show our appreciation for you guys. Thank you for everything that you do in your classrooms for the kids every single day. It is so important to them. Thank you. Just want to give a little bit of background on some of the pieces that we're going to be doing. I'll kind of do it as we get to it. The very first piece that we're going to do is a piece by David Holsinger called Scootin' on Hard Rock, and it's 3 short scat jazzy sections that we have. There are 3 short movements. There'll be a little break in between, all of about 15 seconds maybe. If you would please hold your applause overall until the very end. You'll know when we arrive at the end, definitely. Just a little tiny bit of background. About half a mile away from David Holsinger's office is Hard Rock Road, and let me just get it right. It was the former main street of Shady Grove Township in Texas. Well, very tiny town to begin with, and as it goes in a lot of township areas, smaller areas, it eventually got to be kind of assimilated into 2 separate townships. And Hard Rock Road used to be the main thoroughfare through town, but because of the assimilation, eventually fell into disrepair. A lot of rundown houses, suspect kind of neighborhoods that it went through, abandoned cemetery that is out there. The road's only about a mile long. And the only reason that you would have a tendency to want to travel on Hard Rock Road is if you were actually going from some place that you've been to some place that you haven't, and even then the locals would kind of shy away from that. But the whole premise of this is that at one point in time, Hard Rock Road did used to be the center of town. Amazing Grace was originally written by John Newton, who was a slave ship captain who, after several trips hauling slaves back and forth across the ocean, saw through divine intervention the extreme error of his ways. This arrangement of Amazing Grace by Frank Kelly, it's not meant to wow you with a lot of special effects or anything crazy like that. The honor in conveying the sentiment really is in the simplicity of the design. our last piece that we'll do for you tonight, the Symphonians, composed by Clifton Williams. Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia, professional music fraternity for men, brother fraternity of professional music fraternity for women, Sigma Alpha Iota. Symphonias is a concert march comprised basically of two symphonian songs that they have, Hail Symphonia and Men of Song. And this was done actually for one of their national conferences that they did. Thank you very much again. This will be the last tune that we'll be doing before we do the combined number. Thank you.
we're grateful, as you see coming out onto the stage, is, oh thank you, is our chamber orchestra. They're going to join us on this next song. We're a little bit excited about this one because it's huge. I like huge. If you know me at all, you know I like huge. So this is kind of a nice big song that we decided to do all together. And we've been working on gratitude for the last couple of months. We've been spending time singing for other people. Our Tri-Am went up to Golisano Hospital, and our vocal jazz went to Senior Citizens Luncheon. We've been collecting blankets. We have our grateful tree still over there with our ornaments on it that all the students made and put what they're grateful for inside of it. And of course, we're incredibly grateful to our teachers that were invited here tonight, and I'm so happy to see all of you here. I think it's our hope that if everybody could be a little more grateful, there'd probably be a little bit more peace on this earth. So, with that being said, are you ready? I would also like to acknowledge our accompanist, Kathy Nguyen, over here. I'm very grateful to her. Thank you, Kathy. And Dylan Ducat is a former student who's been hanging out this week with Mr. Adamski and helping us get ready for our concert. So Dylan, stand up, wave to everybody. just a second because we have one more thing to do here. What I would like to do, if you're not a senior, would you climb right off the risers and go right over there for me? As I said, we're very grateful. And yay, my notes. Parents are, of course, the most important in shaping their children's lives. But teachers, they're critically important as well. Who among us doesn't look back on a few great teachers who inspired us, opened up new worlds, and helped make us who we are? Tonight is about gratitude, for when we develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens, our hearts become open to give to others. Sitting in our audience tonight are over 30 teachers who have been invited by our seniors as a person who's made a difference in their lives. A teacher who has taken the time, the energy, the love needed to help each student in some way. They have found a way to teach their students to feel that they can accomplish any goal or task that they decide on, to not give up, to try their hardest. These teachers have succeeded in being a person our students are truly grateful for. A person who has made a difference. Tonight we wanted to honor you by simply saying thank you. Our students want to show their gratitude to you for being so influential in their lives. So teachers, when I call your name, would you come up and find your little human up here? And please take a place up on the risers. We would love to get a picture of all of you with our students. And then parents, as soon as we're done with this, you can feel free to go ahead and get a picture with your child and their teacher also. From the French horn section, Emily Lee and Matt Harbinger. Are you here, Matt? I know a couple didn't make it because of the weather. All right, Lee, you get to sit back. Carly Brienza, CNS chemistry teacher. There she is. Carly was recognized by Nick Hall, Caitlin Dembowski, and Heather Leonardi. Here she is. All right. We're good at this. You can give her a hug. You can say thank you. Go right up there with your teacher. Eric Mayers. Eric. Is Eric here? Felicia Morales recognized Mr. Mayers as her person. Emily Paglia. There she is. English teacher here at CNS. Corey Lane recognized Emily. Josh Wilk, you're up next. And she brought her family. Is Kelly Tackley here? Kelly's from Gillette and a 5th grade teacher. She didn't make it. Okay, I'll take that back. Send it to her. Janet. I don't know if I'm going to get this one right. Mastrorilli? Ashley. Yes, Ashley. I'm trying with the last name. Janet, where'd you go? There you are. Victoria Brown and Brianna Ballard would like to recognize Sarah Bambino, CNS English teacher. She's coming down that way. There you go. Dante Cariotti, Connor Kraus, and Josh Sambrook would like to recognize Dennis Segru, CNS AP U.S. History. He needs to hand it off, it's all right there. There you go, right over that way. Kara Edmonds. Kara, where are you, doll? There she is. Kara would like to acknowledge Mr. John Harnoy. Mr. Harnoy. He's surprised back there just because. He's coming around the tree. And thank you again to Mr. Harnoy, who's playing up in the orchestra with us also. Thank you. I saw him out here, retired music teacher from the district, and still very involved at the middle schools. You'll see him conducting marches of the armed forces. He's a whiz at crossword puzzles. Emily Zushma is a trumpet player back there who wanted to remember her middle school trumpet teacher, now retired, Mr. Lee Turner. Haley Higgins would like to recognize Trisha Jones, junior high art teacher. Is Trisha here? There she is. Thank you for coming, Trisha. Caden Chappell would like to recognize Mark Parrish, CNS Global. Mr. Parrish. Dana Rookie, flute player, would like to recognize Jane Merlin, CNS French teacher. Emily Hogan, saxophone player and drum major this year, would like to recognize Melissa Palmisano, CNS English. Taylor Fryer. Taylor Fryer went way back. Well, he really didn't. He went to middle school, but since then, this middle school teacher has decided to jump ship and go to the elementary school. He's now at Bear Road, teaching 3rd grade. Taylor Fryer, our trumpet player, would like to recognize Mr. Randy Matthews. Hope DeMaria, our president of Tri-M, and just an extraordinary person, would like to recognize, retired now, but still busier than heck, and doing our musical, Miss Karen Patterson. Anthony Vidala would like to recognize Kristen Dietrich of CNS High School. English. Dante Ortiz would like to recognize Carol Gaynor, CNS Psychology and Global. And here she is. Natalie Romano wanted to recognize Matt Gardner, CNS U.S. History. Austin Robbie would like to recognize Debbie Barbuto, Bear Road, 2nd grade. Abby Kirchbaum would like to recognize Matt Eichenlaub, CNS, AP Economics. Bianca Stevenson would like to recognize Daryl Pinn, CNS, history teacher. Is Daryl here? Kelly Hike would like to recognize Richard Anderson, North Syracuse Junior High, Global History. Another retired teacher I had the absolute pleasure of working with. I still think he was way too young to retire from Roxborough Road Middle School, but I saw him. Gary Lipp. Robert Iqbal would like to recognize you. And Josh Merchant wanted to recognize Mr. Liccione. I'm not sure he's here. I think he's in the middle of his musical too. Dom, are you here? Did I miss any teachers? Oh, I saved that for last. I didn't want him to get up and stand up here. Okay, I saved this one. My nephew's still sitting. I needed to let him sit. So anyway, Seaver Schultz on saxophone would like to recognize Scott Salmon, CNS, Biology. Again, could we have a round of applause for these incredible teachers who have touched so many people's lives? Paul Chapin, I'm so sorry. He can come up and smack me if he wants to. Lauren Graham would like to recognize Paul Chapin, CNS Physics. Thank you, teachers, and also, you know, we're always so grateful to you parents for making sure the kids get to wherever they need to be and are able to participate in these programs. So, from Mr. Harnoy over there, and there he is, Mr. Adamski in the back, myself. Thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing us to work with your students. Please take some time and take some pictures with your kids and their favorite human up here, okay? Thank you. Have a great night. Drive safe.